Creating a gap by choice. This is a high performance habit of top leaders. Let's get into it. So what does it mean to create a gap by choice? Well, like it sounds, as a leader, you have the opportunity to actually design and manufacture a gap in your business, a gap being between how it is today, the current reality, and the desired reality. And when you can identify how it currently is in your business, in any area of business, okay, and you can then also create where you want to be at some point in time, what naturally gets created backwards is that gap. And great leaders know how to create great gaps, okay? It's an art of leadership. Why? Because we always want to create the playing field, so to speak, you know, the raison d'etre. How's my French? The reason for existence, okay? The reason for getting together as a team, the reason to coalesce. We need the rallying cry. So creating a gap is essential as a leader. We're always looking at what else could we accomplish? What do we want to bring the team together? What could be an inspiring goal or vision for us to get to work on around here? And by being able to identify as a leader, here's where we currently are at, team. Today, this is where we're at, and you can look at many different aspects of this. You could say this is where we're at with our people culture. This is where we're at with our sales and revenue. This is where we're at with our marketing effectiveness. This is where we're at with our product implementation. This is where we're at with our new technology or our new product introductions. This is where we're at with our financials. This is where we're at with our customer counts. This is where we're at with our impact on the planet. This is where we're at with our expansion into new markets. So it's your business goals. Being very clearly grounded on where you're currently at, the actual metrics today, and the current state of something. First of all, grounds you in reality. Okay, always important. And second, then you can look by yourself as the leader and with your team ultimately for sure at what is the desired location you'd like to be at. Given this is where we are today, where do we want to be? And then that begs the question, by when do we want to be there? So now you're creating the game for the team to play. Here we are today. By the end of the year, let's say 6 months from now, we want to be at this point in these areas of the business. Once the current reality is identified and the future state is identified, what's natural then is the distance between the two. That's the gap. So as a leader, you want to be creating gaps. So a couple things about this gap that you're creating. Obviously, then you can then communicate, here's where we are today, here's where we want to be, and what do we need to do as a team to get there? How do we close the gap by X date? Right? How do we do this efficiently? How do we have fun doing this? How do we bring new innovation and creativity to closing the gap? And one of the most important things about this is that it allows you to present something to your team that's not a threat. You know, mostly when done well, you're not trying to tell the team that they're not performing already. This is not a conversation about we're not doing well, we need to do better. This is more a conversation about what's possible. You know, if we look together and we're creating this playing field, so to speak, and we're creating this gap to fill together, it's much more likely that the team will embrace the vision of getting to work and bringing high performance to crossing that gap than if you're presenting something like, you know, it's messed up, it's not working, and we need to fix it. That's a very different conversation. I'm not invalidating that kind of conversation. Again, just know which one you're creating. There's some areas of the business that should absolutely just be, this is an emergency, it's not working, it's messed up, and we need to fix it today. That's one kind of conversation. Another kind of conversation is, here we are today, hey, I've been thinking we could probably achieve this by this date. What do you all think? Is that something that is attractive for us to organize ourselves around? So I wanted to introduce here as a high performance habit, that language. Look in your business, see where you could create some gaps on purpose, and then include other people in the vision of that, coming from a place where this is not about fixing something. This is about actually, we're purposely creating a gap because we got enough talent here, we got enough expertise here, and we got enough gas in the tank here to really go beyond what was predictable, to go beyond where we were just going to end up. That's where great leaders actually manufacture and create gaps for the team to get to work on. The high performance practice is look in your business and see where can you create an inspiring gap for the team, and then have those conversations with the team and see what you can organize to get to work on.